In a small village nestled between rolling hills and a whispering river, there lived a painter named Elian. His studio was a sunlit clutter of canvases, each one a testament to his deepest feelings. Elian didn't just paint scenes, he painted emotions, the melancholy of a fading sunset, the joy of the first spring rain, the quiet strength of an ancient tree. For years, he worked with a happy heart, his brushstrokes guided by an inner voice that felt both certain and free. But as his reputation grew, so did the audience for his work. People began to offer their opinions. At first, the feedback was a gentle murmur. "Your skies are beautiful," one admirer said, "but don't you think they could be a little brighter? A little more cheerful?" Another commented, "I love your use of color, but perhaps your subjects could be more grand, more heroic." Elian, eager to please and hungry for the warm glow of external validation, began to listen. He started to adjust his art just a little. He added brighter blues to his skies and painted a noble-looking knight on a horse where a simple, gnarled oak tree once stood. To his delight, the people praised the changes. "Now this is art," they exclaimed. Their approval was like a drug, and Elian craved more of it. He began to chase it, seeking approval with every new piece. He would present a painting and then anxiously watch the faces of the crowd, his own heart sinking or soaring based on their nods and frowns. He became a master of imitation, painting not what his soul felt, but what he thought the critics wanted to see. His studio, once a sanctuary of authentic expression, became a factory for people-pleasing art. But a strange emptiness began to grow inside him. The praise he received felt hollow. It didn't touch the deep, creative well within him. He felt like a fraud, wearing a mask painted by the opinions of others. He was losing his self-worth, tying it completely to the fickle tastes of the crowd. The joy of creation had been replaced by the anxiety of performance. One morning, overwhelmed by this fear of judgment, Elian took an old, unfinished canvas, one of his earliest works, and walked far away from the village, deep into the heart of the forest. He found a quiet clearing by a still pond and sat down, not to paint, but simply to be. As he sat in the silence, an old wise hermit, who was known to live in the woods, emerged and sat beside him. The hermit didn't speak, but simply looked at the unfinished canvas, which showed a simple, stark landscape, raw and emotional. After a long silence, the hermit said, "You are trying to paint for every eye that might see your work." Elian sighed, "Isn't that what an artist should do, to bring beauty to others?" The hermit picked up a smooth stone and tossed it into the pond. They watched the ripples spread outwards until the water was still once more. "See how the water reflects the sky and the trees perfectly?" the hermit said. "It does not try to reflect the mountain behind it at the same time. It does not try to please the fish by changing its color. It is still, and in its stillness it shows a true reflection. Your soul is that water, Elian, but you are asking it to reflect too many things at once. You have become clouded." He looked at Elian with compassionate eyes. The most powerful personal growth does not come from adding more colors to please the crowd. It comes from having the courage to scrape away all the layers that are not your own. Stop chasing approval. You are not a pond for public opinion. You are the wellspring. The world already has enough imitators. What it needs is your unique voice. The words struck Elian with the force of a truth he had always known but had forgotten. He looked down at his blank canvas, and for the first time in years, he felt no pressure. He picked up his brush, closed his eyes, and connected not with the imagined faces of his critics, but with the quiet, steady rhythm of his own heart. He painted not for praise, but for peace. He painted the deep, melancholic blue he truly felt, the wild, untamed lines of his own spirit. He painted for the pure, simple joy of creation. When he was finished, the painting was unlike anything he had made in years. It was raw, emotional, and powerfully authentic. He returned to his village and placed this new painting in his studio window. The reactions were mixed. Some people walked past, confused. Others didn't understand it. But Elian found he didn't care. He felt a profound sense of calm. He had reclaimed his inner peace. A few, however, stopped and were deeply moved. They saw the truth in it, the vulnerability, the real human emotion. These were his people, and their connection was deeper and more meaningful than any widespread shallow approval had ever been. Elian had learned the timeless lesson. Finding your authentic self is not about being admired by everyone. It is about being true to the one person you must live with forever, yourself. When you create from your essence, you may speak to fewer people, but you will touch them in a place that truly matters. Your value is not a reflection in the eyes of others. It is the light you generate from within. So tend to your own light. The right people will find their way by its glow. If you liked this story, please give it a like and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring stories like this one. Thank you for staying with us. See you in the next story with new thoughts and new lessons. Until then, stay well and stay peaceful.